Good morning everyone, my name is Alex Dodds. Welcome to episode 110 of Dodds Diaries. Today is Wednesday the 7th of February, it's 6:33 in the morning and it's really cold out there. I'm sitting in my car actually, just to keep warm. And for today's Dodds Diary is another one of my cheap rail outings. But unlike my trip to Edinburgh last week, that was before I filmed this, there won't be any £1 tickets in this. However, it still will be a cheap outing. Now this outing is a bit more of a throwback to my first ever Dodds Diary, which I started on August the 8th, 2012. That journey went from Cheshire Street up to Newcastle, and then my Dodds Diary rail adventures began. Newcastle to York, then York to Blackpool, Blackpool back to Preston, Preston up to Carlisle, Carlisle back to Newcastle, and then back to Cheshire Street. But I did that journey clockwise. This time I'm doing that anti-clockwise. It's got a few differences. Starting here at Cheshire Street Station for a change. Going to catch the 0648 Northern train that comes from Middlesbrough to Carlisle, a direct service to Carlisle. It's actually running a little bit late, so I've got a bit more time to stay warm sitting in my car here. I'm just in the car park at the moment. I get to Carlisle about 8:30 this morning. It's about for a class 158 when I've checked on real-time trains. I'll be in Carlisle for about a couple of hours, now in about 2 hours 20, and then going down to Preston on an Avanti Pendolino service, which I've booked. I'll have about an hour and a bit in Preston, and then off to Blackpool for an afternoon. So at this time of the year will be very strange to see Blackpool in February during the week when it'll be very quiet and that. You just can't keep me away from that place. It'll be like when I went in January 2015, where it'll be like a ghost town. There might be some people around, but not as many as like the very busy holiday periods. So I'll be in Blackpool for the afternoon. I'll leave there on my usual train, because I'll be going on the 1918 from Blackpool up to Leeds. It'll be the same journey when I came out from Blackpool last September. So I did that train to Leeds, and then I've got an hour and 20-minute connection there, and then I'll be back up here for about half midnight. So this is going to be one long day, this. I've been doing diaries now coming up nearly 12 years, and finally I decided to do a throwback. Hopefully we'll have no problems. The railways have just been on strike recently, and there was an overtime ban which finished, its last day was yesterday, so I'm hoping for no problems today. The sun begins to rise. Here's my train, the late running 6:48 to Carlisle. When this gets to Newcastle, it'll reverse there. And do I have a 158? Yes, I do, indeed. It should be 818. No, 815, I meant. Yeah, spot on.
Service to Carlisle. The next station stop is Newcastle.
last time I got a 158 from Chester to Newcastle must have been the days of Transpennine. Revert that was.
Stop is Newcastle. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please retain all tickets, as you may need them to exit the station.
Northern services will not operate on Wednesday, the 31st of January, due to ASLEF strike action. Disruption is also expected between the 29th of January and the 6th of February. Please check before travelling at northernrailway.co.uk or via National Rail inquiries.
Yeah, well, that information's now out of date because that all finished yesterday. As we pass over the Tyne into Newcastle. Now this train, there's a metro going across. This train will apparently pull into platform 7 and reverse out, so we're going back across the King Edward Bridge.
stop is Metro Centre.
This train stops at Bladen over the River Derwent. We will go. There's the A69. good. Well, got much more to come today as I head into Cumbria. We're just coming towards Holt Whistle. stop is ours.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service to Carlisle. The next station stop is Carlisle.
Towards Carlisle.
Be arriving at Carlisle, where this train turns. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to our team or the British Transport Police by text on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
Right, here I am at my first location of the day, Carlisle, on the West Coast Main Line. I'm at what used to be known as Citadel Station. It's now 9:15 and it's bitterly cold out here. It's at least just about a couple of degrees Celsius. It'll be colder when I get down to the coast later on today. So I'm here till about 10 to 11 this morning. We've got a Pendolino coming in. I'm going down on one of them to Preston later on, and that's 158815 that I got this morning. There's a ScotRail 156 in just down there, and there's a Northern 156 going towards Whitehaven and Barrow-in-Furness. That was a kind of good journey, that, what I got over here. I'm sure the last time I got a Class 158 from Chesney Street to Newcastle at least must have been in the days of when TransPennine had 158s, before 2007 of course, and in the days of Arriva TransPennine. Comes another Class 158. If it goes into 6, this could be from Leeds. Nope, it's from Newcastle. It's just on 9:15. Things a little bit slow at the moment. You do get some quiet periods at this station. There are some freight due between now and about 10:15, so I'm going to be on the platform for about another hour or so. Now, when I did my first Dodds Diary, I got up to here. It was just before a steam train came in the about 9 o'clock in the evening, and I actually did get up here, and it was actually a bit of a lucky journey because I got the train from Preston, and the one after that was running severely late, and that would have got us here, and I would have missed my connection back to Newcastle on that night. And I still have a lot of fond memories of doing my first ever Dodds Diary. There's a Transpennine Nova 2 coming down, going to Preston today. A few weeks' time, and I'll be on one of these trains going from Glasgow to Manchester, and just as I speak, some flurries of snow are coming down. Those trains are built by CAF, just like the 195s, 331s, and also the new ones on Transport for Wales. Now, for what I know is LNER have also ordered some CAF trains to complement, well, to supplement their Leeds to London services. They'll supplement the Azumas. So I've got an 802 Nova 1 going to Manchester Airport, so possibly I could be instead on one of these from Glasgow to Manchester at the end of this month. If I am, but, well, oh well. But I do want a Nova 2. And finally, a first bit of freight for me today. We've got a 66 shed on the front here. So that's a cement train. Hope we get a few more freight between now and 10:15. And that is heading, well, it could be along the Tyne Valley line, or it could be down the Settle and Carlisle line. You never know. Here's the Royal Mail train coming through.
This train is full of 11 coaches.
So over here, just next to platform 1, we have 57307 it's a DRS 57. That'll be stationary on Thunderbird duties, so if any train breaks down, that can come to the rescue. They usually have something like that at Newcastle, and well, they want to update the livery on that because it's now 9 years since DRS celebrated the 20th anniversary. Meantime, I'm going to go and get something to eat and a cup of tea. I'm going to catch the next journey for me with the 1050 Avanti. That'll take us down to Preston this morning, and that's booked for a Pendolino. So I'll get a quick look at the city, the border city of Carlisle. I hope to be back here in the autumn this year. I know it's a long way away, but thinking about it, I wouldn't mind coming back to do the diverts that usually take place in late September, October on the weekends. They've got over here is English Street. This is the court. So got me bacon sausage roll and a cup of tea from Greg's. And when I get to Blackpool later, I shall still be having, well, I might have fish and chips, or even just a simple pie and chips. My train to Preston, 1050 Avanti West Coast service that goes to London Euston. I got for Preston. We're there just before 12 o'clock, and I'm booked in coach D. No, this one's branded Allison. That's going to Newcastle, that 158. And I think what's happened is the train formation is actually in reverse.
Good morning, welcome. If you have just joined at Carlisle, 10:50, a back to West Coast service to London Euston. Next calling point will be Oxenholme Lake District. In approximately 35 minutes, and then a train called Lancaster, 11:39, Preston, 11:58, so Wigan Northwestern, 12:13, Waiterbank Key, 12:24, arriving at London Euston at 13 minutes past 2. First class accommodations at the rear of the train today, train into reverse, coaches J and K, standard premiums available, coach H. Coach A at the very front is the quiet zone. Please refrain from using mobile phones, noisy audio equipment in the coach A. Please use these devices with consideration for those around you and all other vehicles. If you join without reservations today, plenty of unreserved seats available. Coaches G and U are totally unreserved. Coach D for Delta only has 4 seats booked, so there's plenty of unreserved seats in that one. And we've got Coach C next to the shop, which is open for service. Wi-Fi is available on board. Please take a few moments to look for the emergency procedures found on posters throughout the train. Let's get our next quarter point. Oxenholme Lake District in approximately 35 minutes.
This is what they call a neutral section. Some East Midlands trains. More free carriages over there. The last time I did this line was May last year, and you do get some lovely scenery as you go down the West Coast main line through Cumbria towards the Lake District. But I don't know how much I'll see today with all this fog and that around and a bit of snow. Just passing Penrith for the North Lane. Originally you could travel from here to Keswick and Cottonmouth. Lovely parts of the Lake District. And that's the M6 motorway. we'll head down towards TB. It's nice to see the sunshine coming through. Absolute beautiful scenery on the West Coast Main Line on this bit. At some point, I'll have been past all over Shap's Summit. So that's all the Lake District there in the distance. Well, you're coming down towards Oxenholme, which is where you were like Fort Kendall and Windermere. Kendall is just over there actually. So after this we'll go past Hestbank and Carnforth before we head to Lancaster.
Good morning everyone, my name is Tracy, serving you in the shop. We are still open to the selection of alcoholic soft drinks, teas and coffees, sandwiches and street snacks. Customers also please note the shop will close in approximately 10 minutes time. This is to allow for a staff changeover at Preston. So the shop will close in 10 minutes but will reopen after departure from the station. The shop can be found in Carnforth. Look at all those Mark II carriages. Oh, look at all that. Mark 1s, all rusty. First generation Mark 1s, West Coast Railways now. Oh, look at that. That's where the line to Barrow and Furness leave the West Coast Main Line, and we're coming up to Hestbank now, because then we can see the
Irish Sea. So here is Hest Bank. That's the line from Morecambe that's just come onto the West Coast Main Line and they come down towards Lancaster.
Train is now approach to Lancaster Station, change from Bear Lane Morecambe stations to Carlisle for Barron Furnace. If you're leaving us, please ensure you have all your luggage and some personal belongings with you. That's Lancaster, next calling points. That was the River Lune we just passed over. See, this station's getting some renovation work done on it. See up there, plane, I think heading across the Irish Sea, heading west, well, less than 4 weeks time, that's the way I'll be going, and I'll be going further beyond Ireland, across the Atlantic. The M6 just over there, and this is a part of the M6 that I'm used to driving down when I go to Blackpool and that. On a clear day, you can actually see Blackpool Tower from Preston. time train will be arriving at Preston. Next station available, we have a 12:10. 4 stations on to Manchester Piccadilly, Manchester Airport, platform number 4. Go to Blackburn, Accrington, Birmingham Cole, 12:24, platform 3C. Maybe trying station to Ormskirk, 12:10, platform 3C. If you're driving to station on to Crewe and stations to Euston via Birmingham, platform 4, 12:18, should be the same platform that we arrived on. Also the first changing point for the Liverpool connection, platform 2 at 12:30. If you're leaving us here at Preston, please ensure you have all your luggage and personal belongings with you. Please take care stepping from the train to the platform. Preston station, next calling point in a few moments' time.
There's a line I'll be on a little bit later. That's a Norma 2 transparent. There's actually a Class 323 in front of it. And now this is a place I've been more familiar with now because I drive to it on Train Sim World 4 from Blackpool. I drive it on Train Sim World and Train Simulator Classic. One of my favourite routes of all time. It's been a lovely ride, this.
哪个站台啊？1。来，我来放。好，一会儿。
Right, it was a lovely ride that. Here I am at Preston Station, Lancashire. It's 12:02. This will be my next location for spot. I'm going to spot for about an hour and a bit, and then I'm getting the 13:35 over to Blackpool North. The last time I spotted here was way back in 2015. I don't really come here to spot nowadays because most of the time when I'm passing through, it's when I'm going to and from Blackpool, or if I'm doing it on my laptop and PlayStation 5. We've got a Transpennine Nova 2 going up to Glasgow Central down there. Now, of course, as well as trains to Blackpool North and Blackpool South, and trains down the West Coast Main Line, you can get trains towards Blackburn, Accrington, Cologne, Leeds and York, Liverpool and Ormskirk. So yeah, you can go to quite a few destinations from here. I think when I go to Blackpool it's going to be a lot quieter than normal because with it not being the holiday period. I can't really see it being that busy. Just before I go spotting, I'm gonna quickly refuel up again with some grub. Just like Carlisle, this is a station where you can always get plenty of freight trains coming through, and also you could do a Preston overnighter, just like you could at Carlisle and Outfront Crewe as well. The last time I spotted here was actually February 2016. And back then there was still plenty of sprinters and pacers going to Blackpool, and like diesels going up to Windermere and Manchester and Liverpool and that. Nowadays it's mainly 195s, 331s, 319s I think have now been withdrawn from Northern, the ex-Thameslink ones. And I've checked my train, I've got a 331 to take us to the Golden Mile. So that 195 is going to York. Far cry from the days of 158, which I really loved. On platform 1 is actually a class 156. But that's going to Blackpool South. A line I've not really bothered about doing because it is quite a long journey because it stops at all them other stations. I could do that on my PS5 actually with a pacer. That's a Pendolino I really, really love, the Pride livery one. Right, I've done a nice little session here at Preston Station. Now I'm going to go to a place that's very, very familiar to me, Blackpool. I'm going to catch the 13:35 to Blackpool North, which, because I've got an advance ticket, that's the train I have to get on. It's a 331 coming from Liverpool. I should get to Blackpool for just after 2 o'clock.
5 Northern service to
Here's my train to Blackpool North, 13:35 service.
And Blackpool North.
It is a 3-car class 331. Let's see how widely used the service is this time of the year. Of course, the one thing I do not like about 331s and 195s is the seating layout is just all wrong. It's a 323, 212 up there. All this is pretty much familiar to me because I can do this from the comfort of my own armchair. passed Saltwood earlier, we come up to Kirk and Weston, and we only stop at Bolton-le-Fald. This is very strange for me coming around here this time of the year, 7th of February. Normally I'm here in the spring or the summer. Which of course a lot different nowadays. Trains used to slow down at this point, now they just go speeding through since the whole station was like rebuilt. The configuration changed. The line to Blackpool south to the left. There's Blackpool Tower just over there. That'll be closed now. Usually does during the weekdays of the winter, probably open at the weekend. So I'll be in the town until the 1918 train tonight. That's the old branch line to Fleetwood. There have been talks of trying to get that reopened. got Leighton to pass through now. The last time I was here in the winter was actually February 2016.
Train watch. Train
You can see the front of a cut-up pacer train down there. And here is Blackpool North Station once again. It's 2:05 and once again here I am at Blackpool North Station, and as always the lovely staff let us on and I'm going to do me spotting up till about 3:15. That's if that Avanti Pendolino train is running today. If it's not, then I'll be off earlier. So that 195's just come from York and a 2-car 331 is over there. I think that'll be going to Manchester, I would think. This is going to be a little different. It's winter time, it's not as busy, it's probably going to be quiet, I'd say, all day at least. It might, maybe on the Friday and the Saturday, it'll pick up a little bit at the weekends, but otherwise it's going to be mainly quiet today. That's going to Manchester Airport, and at this point there's just a little bit of a gap, around 20 to 25 minutes. Nothing arriving for about 20-25 minutes. It's the 14:27 from Manchester Airport, and after this train there'll be a gap of about 20 or so minutes till the next one. This is the 1519 to York. And somewhere around the corner is the Avanti Pendolino train. Right, it's my spotting done. Just gonna walk down Talbot Road to the front, and this is just going to be a quick fire visit. I'm getting the train tonight, so we're going to have about just about 3.5 hours on the front before I catch the train, so it's going to be quiet anyway, not much is going to be open, but anyway, let's see what's what. Well, hopefully this year the trams will be running up Talbot Road.
And it really works.
So here I am on Blackpool Promenade in the month of February. Now, as you'd expect, the North Pier is shut. That will reopen in March. They always do maintenance this time of the year. But we've still got the North Pier amusement open. Blackpool Tower, of course, is shut. It might reopen at the weekends. There are some people around, but it is obviously a lot quieter than normal, with it being the winter season. And as I said, probably the weekend where it'll pick up a little bit more. Central Pier is usually closed this time of the year, and of course the Pleasure Beach down there, that is closed. Now of course the trams, oh yeah, and some of the attractions, they're still open as well, like Coral Island and a few of the amusements. So the trams, of course, are running. Flexity 2s are only, so I'm going to jump on one of them. This today is just a flying visit. The last time I did a flying visit here was way back in 2010, actually, when I was only about 19 years old. So, but obviously with a lot of things shut, therefore I'll not be doing much while I'm through here anyway. There's a tram on driver training, and this time of the year they'll do them in preparation for this busy spring summer period.
Outside, please.
Yeah.
Press the stop button when you wish to exit the tram. This tram is for Stargate. Next stop, Central Pier.
Hello. Hello, mate. Thank you.
Central Pier.
Right, so I've come down at the Central Pier, and one good thing, at least with today, it's not windy. It is cold, but there's no breeze, so at least it's a very calm day. And it is a very quiet one as well in Blackpool. So this is the Central Pier, all closed up. And then this time of the year, they'll do maintenance works in preparation for, well, obviously weekends it'll open, but a lot of work will be done in preparation for the springtime and Easter holidays and that. It's a very calm Irish Sea. About 4 weeks' time, and I'll be flying across the Irish Sea and the Atlantic. Now, of course, what I know is the tower it'll actually light up. It lights up every night, all year round. Let's see what's open. So, as I say, a lot of the small amusements, independent ones, a lot of gift shops are shut. A lot of them will be like seasonal. Man and Swords, that looks closed. Like them Funland amusements. At least there are some fish and chip shops still open. Sea Life, I think that'll be open, but like a couple of those amusements at Coral Islands, that's still open down there. So what I'll do is I'll look around here and then go down at the South Pier, and we'll take a look at how things are down there and at the Pleasure Beach. So the tower is starting to light up now, like blue and green. That can of course change to any colour and be in any combination. Right, let's go down to South Pier and the Pleasure Beach. See what's what.
Press the stop button when you wish to exit the train.
Right, so I've come down to Pleasure Beach, which as you can see is of course all closed up, ready to open weekends. It'll be this month actually. You can see there's a scaffolding there on the big one. Put it on that one time. And as for the piers, all three piers are closed, but the amusements on each one of them are still open, but will not be open late tonight. See that all the way, that's heading up to that's Cumbria out there in the distance. We'll look down this way. You can see a lot of North Wales down there in the distance. Sometimes on a clear day you can see the Isle of Anglesey. And if you stood at the top of the tower on a really, really clear day, you could see all the way across the Irish Sea to Ireland. And that way it takes you down towards Lytham and St Anne's, and beyond that you'll head into Southport. For me this is just pretty much like a one-off visit again, as I'd rather come here when there's a bit more of an atmosphere and not when it's like rather too quiet. But at least thankfully, compared this winter visit compared to January 2015, it is a much more drier day. Down there's the mirror ball, which is absolutely stunning when it lights up at night time. So I might, if I have time between now and around 7:15, I could come back down here and actually have a look at that. I'd have to make it quick though. catch this tram back to Central Pier. One of the good things coming this time of the year, at least the trams are always very, very less busy, I should say. So you'll have no problems getting on them. But of course, during the busy days, the weekends, and of course the holiday periods, these are always full to the rafters. Actually, this one's not in service. Oh well. Now, this is the one I'll get to Central Pier.
When you wish to exit the tram, this tram is for Kenwood Ferry. Next stop, Manchester Square. Manchester Square.
Manchester Square, that's the Craddy Doon Hotel, which is like a Scottish hotel. I've just noticed the Manchester pub is actually closed.
Press the stop button when you wish to exit the tram.
So I'm down in al fresco in the winter. I've got fish and chips here, and these ones are actually really, really nice. They're small cotton chips. So, as you can see, things are starting to close, so the pier amusements will be closed by, I would think, 6 o'clock this evening. It is sort of feels like as if the illuminations are on, but of course they're not. But at least the tower's there lit up. It does feel weird being here this time of the year. Those fish and chips are lovely. It's now 22:06. A nice fish and chips then. For the next hour or so, I'm just going to hang around between the Central and the North Pier. It's nice to see Blackpool at its quieter time, so very little open, hardly any tourists around. Well, the odd one, and the odd and of course locals in that. It does actually feel like the illuminations are on. Well, just a little mini show with the lights around Coral Island and the tower lit up and that. Taking a walk past the tower. Here's the comedy carpet. The tower at the moment, it's all lit up in blue colours. This is where they have the light pool show when the illuminations are on. It's literally dead. Hardly, very few people around. I knew it'd be like this, but as I said, it's a little something different for a one-off. In about 4 weeks' time after filming this, I'll be swapping Blackpool Tower for the Empire State Building and the Rockefeller Centre, but I'll be the one at the top of both of them. There's a tram coming up in the distance. This will be my last tram ride of the night, just to get up to North Pier. Now, at this time of the year, the service frequency in the evening will just be every half hour. During the tourist season, it will probably increase in the evenings, after it up to like every 15 minutes.
This jump is for Inglewood Ferry. Next stop, Tower.
walking up Talbot Road for the last time today. I could of course be back here later on in the year, maybe in the illuminations period, who knows. Hopefully by then the trams will be running up Talbot Road. Looks like the development work has halted a little bit, but Holiday Inn Hotel is definitely well on its way now. Has that opened yet? I don't know. It might just be testing everything out. Right, back in Blackpool North Station, 7:15, so my train 1919 to, it's a York service, I'm getting off at Leeds. Get there about 20 past 9 tonight. And I've got about an hour and 20 minute connection. So basically the same journey that I did from here last September. Right, on to my train after 195117, 1919 York service. Of course, in the old days it would have been a Class 158. I do miss them on this route. Or down at the front carriage. Usually this train gets packed after Preston, many going back to Blackburn and Accrington and Burnley and that. But it is February, midweek, so see what happens.
This is Preston.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service to York. The next station stop is Burnley Manchester Road.
This is Accrington. Going into Halifax. That's the factory where Quality Street is made. The Nestle. Showed a few tubs of Christmas.
This is Halifax. stop is New Pudsey.
Now we're in Leeds, West Yorkshire. It is now 21:30, 9:30. And we train back at Chesney Street. It's been one of them Nova ones. It's not till 22:47. And the journey between here and York is going to be a little different. Because apparently these trains sending them via Woodlesford and Castleford, Sherburn and Elmet now. So it's going to be a little different journey. In the meantime, I've got an hour and 20 something to kill, so I fancy getting a drink from a pub. I'll be here on the 22nd of February when I do meet up with Jack Newell. Right, so I'll go for a walk along a very cold, I think, Arra Street here in Leeds. That's where I went in for a drink last September, so see where else I'll go. So, a cool time I've gone in the Griffin in Leeds City, having a pint of Amstel, and I can watch just the last bit of the FA Cup between Aston Villa and Chelsea. Watch a bit of football. Cheers. Needed that. So my train goes on platform 16 tonight. It's a class 150 just over there. And I've got to go up some stairs because the escalator's not working. So I'll be here on the 22nd of February when I do me day out here, but it'll not be as long as what I have been doing recently, day out wise. Here's my train coming in that'll take me home tonight, 22:47 service. And this train's actually to reverse here. Oh, not the Pride one. It's going to reverse here. So it's going to take us through Woolersford, Castleford and Sherburn and Elmet before it gets to Church Fountain and York. And then obviously on the East Coast Main Line. So, here we go. Recently they've made changes. They've opened the second platform reopened the second platform at Castleford. So now a few Transpennine trains now call there. I think there is some engineering works going on. Or of course they'll run a couple of these for driver training
Welcome to this
competence
Express
purposes.
service to Newcastle. This service will be calling at York, Thurst, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Chester Street and Newcastle. The next stop will be York.
For your safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings with you or in sight at all times. If you notice anything suspicious, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. If you see it, say it and we'll sort it. For the benefit of
Freight
safety
coach
of
class
everyone on
158
board
just
the train,
passed.
please keep the arm.
Past Woodlesford earlier on, now coming down towards Castleford. Typically this is where northern trains would reverse. They're heading to Nottingham and that. and back on the East Coast Main Line at York.
Welcome to this Trans-Pennine Express service to Newcastle. This service will be calling at Thurles, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, will be Chester Street.
Nearly there, I'm at Durham, and I think I'm right, yes, I've got an empty carriage. Look at this. Empty carriage just by myself for the next few minutes. This is the last train of the night for picking up passengers. There is one more train after this to Newcastle. That's the 10 o'clock departure out of London King's Cross. And after York, that train just sets down only to Newcastle. That's the train I've gotten that a couple of times before. Just now 25 to 1 in the morning, coming up to where I started in the morning, Chester Street. What I'll do is I'll film the train leaving, and then for you will be a few moments for me, because it's gonna be a good 18 hours, because I'm gonna get in my car, drive home, go straight to bed, and then I'm back to the daytime job tomorrow. Then I finish work in the evening, and then I'll do my video outro when I get back. So for me, it's good night to yous all now, and I'll see yous in a few moments' time. after I filmed the train leaving. And hello everyone, I am home. It's now 10 to 10 on Thursday the 8th of February. For you it was just for a few moments. For me it was about 21, 22 hours or so. As soon as I got off the train at Cheshire Street, which it gets in at just after half midnight, but it doesn't go until 1:45. So if the train gets there 10 minutes early, it has to wait 10 minutes before it can depart. I think they do that just for like maybe driver training and something in that. Frustrating for me because obviously I wanted to be away as quick as possible because I was knackered. But anyway, yesterday's outing. And this outing was a bit more of a throwback to my first ever Dodds Diary in August 2012. Same direction, well, okay, there was a few differences with this one. So I started at Cheshire Street and got the 6:48 train over to Carlisle, direct, no problem, it was a class 158. Nice ride. A lovely ride it was, along the Tyne Valley line early in the morning. It was a bit, not really, I wouldn't say a busy train, quite a few people would go to Carlisle. And I got there for just around after 8:30 on the morning. And I did a bit of a spotting at Carlisle station to start with. Usually, of course, usually it is a good station to do, like you get your freight trains as well as the passenger services, but the time of day which you do it, you do have to pick the right moment. At least I managed to get one freight. It was a 66 shared. It was was it a cement train? But anyway, yeah. I also got the Royal Mail trail as well, so that was good. And then after I finished at Carlisle, got an Avanti Pendolino down to Preston, and it wasn't really a busy service at all. So I tell you what, in this weather, heated trains is what you need, and it was lovely and warm on the Pendolino. I could just get on one and literally snuggled in as if it was like my living room. It's a nice ride when you go down the West Coast main line through Cumbria. And you see all the mountains and that as you go past alongside the M6 and past all the Lake District. Excuse me. Got to Preston, no problem. Did a bit of spotting there for the first time since since February 2016 actually. And again, it's just like Carlisle and Crewe and a few other places on the West Coast main line. It is a good location to go spotting. I got some freight, got a 68 going through on its own. Yeah, so Preston was good. And then it was over to Blackpool, yes. A bit of a rare outing to go there in February. It was I thought I would include it, well, number one, as a throwback to my first diary, but also see just how busy or how quiet Blackpool is at this time of the year. And I have to say, very, very quiet it was. I got a 331 over there and got started no problem at the station with me spotting, and got the film the Pendolino coming in. went to the front. At least the trams were running, so I had a few rides on them. All 3 piers were shut. The amusements on each of the piers, they were open till about 6 o'clock, tea time. A couple of amusements are open, Coral Island and also the Golden Mile amusements. But by 6 o'clock, most of the little shops would all been shut up. There is a lot of parts of Blackpool are seasonal, but they'll reopen like at the weekends at this time of the year, and also with the February half term coming up, they'll open for that as well. So all in all, it was nice, not breezy. It was just calm. There was mainly like locals around there, but of course the odd tourist was there, like myself. I had nice fish and chips from just near the Central Pier, actually. Hopefully I probably might go back to Blackpool, maybe of course in the illuminations, but it would just be like a day trip. Maybe I might do it in the car, actually. It would be like October, November perhaps. It was good to see Blackpool at its more quieter side, more quieter time. But I wouldn't actually go over there again during its quieter side. So I was there for a few hours, and then caught the 1919 from Blackpool North back to up to Leeds. Alright ride. It's a well-used service along the Calder line. Most people that get on at Preston, quite a few get off at Blackburn and that, but most were heading to Bradford and to Leeds, actually. That was just a trip in the dark, so didn't see that much, but still, but in the daytime, the Calder line, it is a lovely ride indeed. So I got back to Leeds on time, and actually, I'm glad I went today, because I went up. I'm glad I went yesterday, because the weather was fine all day, but today we've been getting snow coming up the country. It has been causing a few issues on the railways. In fact, the train I got from Blackpool back to Leeds, well, it ran on time yesterday, but did it run on time tonight? Because I like to say it's a case of what if. So, just having a look. Having a look now. I've just heard a bit of a wind there. Oh, right. So, my train that I got from Blackpool back to Leeds yesterday, today, it left Blackpool 22 minutes late, because it was late arriving from York earlier on, and then it actually went and terminated at Leeds today. It got into Leeds at 21:51, so 23 minutes late. Well, I still wouldn't have been able to claim a little bit of refund, but never mind. That was today. And a good job I went yesterday. So I had a drink in Leeds. I paid over £5.25 for a pint of Amstel in the Griffin in Leeds City. It's a bit of a long connection time, an hour and 20 minutes, but it's just better to be safe than sorry, because it is a long. I will have just come off one long journey from the west coast, and then the train from Leeds back up to here was a bit interesting. Some Transpennines now go via Woolsford and Castleford. Castleford has just had its second platform reopened, and now a few direct services from Castleford to York, with Transpennine doing that. So now I think a couple of trains, some of them are now have been sent through that way. They reverse at Leeds, go through Woolsford, Castleford, and then up through Sherman and Elmet to Church Fenton. I think I think they maybe do that for like driver training and driver competence. One thing I do recall is Virgin Trains doing them with the during the cross country franchise. And maybe cross country trains did it, but it was back in 2007, 2008. there was a Voyager that would get to Darlington and will then actually reverse and go via Tees Valley Line, Eaglescliffe, and then turn off via Stockton and then through and then up the freight line past Norton Junction, along through the freight line up towards Ferry Hill and the East Coast Main Line. Again, I think that was just like to ensure that drivers are trained up on any diversionary routes. And my train gets back to here at just after midnight, but then it has to wait till 1:45 before it can then go off to Newcastle. It's a bit of a long wait, that. Well, this was another fantastic outing. My next trip is Wednesday next week. That's the Wednesday after I have filmed this. And this trip does involve on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. Ooh, lovely. And this trip does involve £1 tickets, because I am going to Liverpool from Chesley Street, there and back, for just, as Jeremy Clarkson would say, yes, as he said, £1 each way. So £2 return from here to Liverpool Lime Street. It'll be a long day, but it'll be another fascinating day. I've not been to Liverpool since 2019, actually, and the last time I went to Merseyside was back in 2022 when I went to Southport. Well, thank you for watching this. I look forward to seeing you in my next diary. Good night.